John Wick, having found solace and respite from the treacherous world of assassinations, had managed to slip away from the radar of the High Table. The gravestone marked with the words "loving husband" stood as a poignant reminder of the life he had once led, a life that he hoped to leave behind forever. Hidden away in a remote location, John Wick found solace in tinkering with the remnants of his late wife's car. It was a therapeutic act, allowing him to reflect on the memories they shared and find a semblance of peace in the midst of chaos. However, unbeknownst to him, his name and reputation still resonated within the darkest corners of the criminal underworld. Word traveled fast, and it didn't take long for the news of John Wick's supposed demise to reach the ears of a group of cunning and ambitious villains. Fueled by their desire to prove their worth and establish dominance, they set out on a mission to hunt down the legendary hitman. There was no bounty on John Wick's head, no reward awaiting them, but the mere notion of slaying the boogeyman of the underworld was enough to entice these villains. In their relentless pursuit, they managed to track down John Wick's secluded hideaway. The tranquility he had painstakingly built was shattered in an instant as the villains descended upon him, threatening to drag him back into a world he had fought so desperately to escape. Realizing that his peaceful existence was now in grave danger, John Wick found himself faced with a difficult decision. The ghosts of his past were awakened once again, forcing him to confront the very skills that had earned him the legendary status he sought to shed. Though reluctant, he knew that the only way to protect the life he had carved out was to eliminate the immediate threat. With precision and unwavering determination, John Wick turned the tables on his would-be assassins. Each encounter only served as a grim reminder that he was still a force to be reckoned with, even in the face of those who sought to challenge him. As the body count rose, his adversaries grew more desperate, realizing that they had underestimated the indomitable will and lethal prowess of the legendary hitman. But even as John Wick dispatched his foes one by one, he couldn't shake the growing realization that the peace he so desperately craved might forever elude him. The grave marker, bearing the words "loving husband," stood as a constant reminder of the life he had lost, the love he had buried alongside his wife. As the battle intensified and the odds stacked against him, John Wick's path became clear. He would not rest until he had dismantled the very foundation of the underworld that sought to destroy him. The High Table would feel the weight of his vengeance, and every soul that stood in his way would know the fury of a man pushed beyond his limits. The tale of John Wick, the Baba Yaga, was far from over. His enemies had mistakenly awoken a slumbering beast, one more determined than ever to ensure that his enemies paid the ultimate price. The underworld trembled at the knowledge that John Wick was alive, and they would soon learn that there was no grave deep enough to bury the unyielding spirit of a man driven by love and vengeance.